Straight on the defensive lately, Hort. Gee whiz.
Yeah, man.
No, I thought he was turning the TV off.
Have you noticed it, though, yourself?
Notice what?
I don't know, you're just a bit prickly.
Am I?
Yeah, just a wee bit, like in a fun way.
Right, okay.
Enough fun.
Hey! Yeah, boy! Rip
Got
him out,
him.
lads! Have I been? Yeah, well, I've been a bit fatigued.
Mentally, creatively drained a
well,
wee bit.
physically as well, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and sleep-wise, it's been terrible this week. And
Wow.
I've had good sleep previously, and I don't know why that is, because I've never been really healthier.
Yeah, well,
Well, apart from not eating much.
that's your problem.
Yeah.
It's your diet.
I need fuel. I need
because,
fuel in the old tank.
because whether you recognise it or not, you're fucking hungry. And
Yes.
when you're hungry, mood's not good.
And also-
and I'm not saying you're in a bad mood.
Thanks,
Oh, no.
mate.
But when you're hungry
it's
too.
a huge thing. So I reckon I'll show you that app thing, and you can measure your calories. It's good to know, man.
Yeah, it would be.
I've learnt a lot.
I reckon if you walked in here today and just like every day and just ate a banana and then did the show, I reckon you'd be happy as
I
Larry.
fucking hate
And a
bananas.
bag of chips.
And a bag of chips. Well, this is the other thing too, is that, when I often do it, it's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really gets deep inside my goat.
Yeah.
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 So are you saying that I've been hangry?
No. I
But
wouldn't-
it's that sort of. It's not. He's not angry.
No.
But that is the kind. That's what I get like when
He's a
I'm
bit irritable.
Yes. When
And
I'm
so,
hungry.
as long as everything's going all good, all is sweet as. But if something goes slightly wrong, it's like, oh,
Like
shit.
Pugs walk, it's like Pugs walks in here, for example.
To lower
Yeah.
a blind
You fire
slightly
up.
and you just
Yeah.
flew
What
off
are you
the
doing,
handle.
Pugs? You fuck.
I thought he was...
Changing the cricket?
yeah, no, I thought he was
Why
turning
would-
the TV off.
why
That's
would
why I was
Pugs-
going, fucking...
Yeah, why would
what
he
the
do
fuck,
that?
Pugs? I mean, Pug. God, he's good, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Oh, the
He's
best.
so good,
He's the
Pugs.
best.
Yeah, he's all right.
God,
Hey,
legend.
better play the admin, actually. Hang on.
Fan of the Hodaki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jay, Smike and Keezy on their Instagram at Hodaki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hodaki. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I got myself a water, but clearly I didn't.
You do.
Ah, why don't you fly off the handle about it?
But yeah, I think
No,
that-
Pugs, you don't need to get me a water,
but
mate.
I'm,
Yeah,
in
good on you,
a,
Pugs.
I'm in a far better mood since I've been doing this
Mega
fitness
eating.
thing and the eating.
Yeah.
Miles better.
Really?
Yes.
So
Oh,
it's
so much.
so your food you
So
found
much
is
better.
direct link.
Well,
Oh,
the fitness
Oh, that's always
as
good.
well.
Definitely.
So it's that, but if I wasn't eating properly, it wouldn't be as good. So yeah, I just feel. I think I'm sleeping better, but I think the big thing is if I'm not sleeping better, it doesn't affect me as much.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas it used to be, I was running on nothing,
Yeah.
and
Actually-
then have a shocker.
I haven't heard you do a really loud yawn in
The
ages.
yawns are not like they used to be.
No.
and the because I love a tired chat.
Yeah.
I love chatting about how tired I
Yeah,
am.
sleep chat.
Haven't been doing that.
But and what? Thanks, Pugs. What a God, he's a fucking
Yeah,
great
good.
guy.
It's the second thing you've got him to do for you
What
today.
I've found, actually, radio, for example, I'm at my best when I'm most tired.
Right.
Weirdly enough.
I'm not.
So have you been sleeping well lately? then?
Like I yesterday was, as I say, literally nearly falling asleep on my deck, and I was like, "Fuck, what the hell, man?" And then I was just on fire yesterday.
Why don't you, like I said,
Was that on the BYC podcast or something?
was that in the B studio? Why don't you make a little like energy smoothie before you come in? Like,
I think it's a complete diet overhaul, Keezy.
Yeah.
I also think you've probably got a lot of cheek. Like to see your diet.
my diet's fantastic.
I've actually eaten
Thanks
it.
to my wife.
I had baked beans and sausages again today, and
Ah,
toast.
See, that's good energy right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that gave me a pep. But
Yeah.
Baked beans are all good.
but actually, what I found with the gym now, because I hate it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I mean,
You were liking it.
no, but what I mean by that is every morning mentally it's a hurdle.
Oh, right.
But now I've actually reached the point where I need to do it. Mm-hmm. Like
to
otherwise,
get that satisfaction.
to-
Otherwise,
otherwise it sets me. It's like what meditation used to do for me. It sets me up for the day.
Yeah. Are you
Gets
still
me-
doing the meditation?
Nah,
Yeah, good on you, mate.
let's not get fucking carried away with this shit.
So I tried to, you know how I was supposed to book in a PT session, personal trainer.
Oh, yeah.
The
You're trying
earliest-
to get in touch with that guy, but you couldn't.
Yeah, so I emailed the other guy at the gym. It turns out there's another guy, but he's away. The earliest I can get a PT session is the 15th of April, which is 15 days away.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, this other guy hasn't answered any of my calls, my texts, or my emails.
Hey,
Good gym.
I'll set you up, Keezy. I'll come to the gym with you one day and
Do
just,
a few curlers.
you know, I'll get you going, mate.
I don't
No
want to
worries.
crack up laughing in the middle of my exercises, though, like you did today. But that's top secret.
yeah, that's,
Well, what I want is just a program that'll take me an hour every time I go. 3 different ones, like arms and
Google it, you goose.
Yeah, you loser.
Google it, you goose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
You
show
reckon?
you the one I'm on. I just got mine off the internet.
Oh, really? Is
yeah.
it all right?
Yeah, it's really good.
And
Oh,
mine,
yeah, just send me that. That'll be
mine lasts exactly an hour, but that was not because I planned for it to last
It
an
just
hour.
happens to.
Yes.
By the time I've finished everything I need to do, it's an hour.
Right.
And next week I'll add on again, but next week I'm away as well. So
Do you reckon you'll get back to the gym when you get back?
totally, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an obsessive. So once I put my mind on something, then that's what I do.
Right, okay. Are you running or no?
Yeah,
Swimming or
treadmill.
biking?
Treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Which I hate.
That must be a sight.
Yeah, it's
And I say that because I know how much enthusiasm you'd have for it.
yeah, totally.
Very little.
And because of my 2.25 feet, I look like Krusty the Clown.
See, I think treadmill would be the worst way to run because there's nothing. You're in the same spot. You know, at least visually, when you go for a run, you can see progress.
Well, that's true. But
It's on its way to you, Keezy.
And what I
you.
found is I ran on the treadmill for ages, my last big gym sort of thing. And then when I actually ran properly on the street, I couldn't handle it. My ankles and everything just
too
went,
harsh.
Jesus, this is bloody full
So,
on.
does the treadmill have cushioning or something? Slide.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
do your
Slightly
yoga this week?
Bouncy. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Righto.
No, he did because I remember him coming in his sweatpants and his sneakers and his yoga gears.
Yeah, man.
How good.
Yoga.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah. Tuesday morning's pretty full for me.
Can me and Minogue come to a yoga class and do it with you?
No.
But like we could film us all doing yoga together.
I want to go and do yoga.
I've never done it before.
I want to go
Seriously,
and do hot yoga, though.
I really hate it.
Yeah, that's because it's good for you.
Well, it hurts.
Yeah.
That's why. It really, genuinely hurts.
It's like
and I'm like,
therapy,
yeah, therapy's not great either.
hurts.
That hurts.
Or eating
Yeah.
a salad.
Oh, no, I quite like a salad.
Really?
A shit salad.
Big fan of the Greek salad.
Yeah, so as long as it's got like
Which
feta and stuff
apparently
in
is
it.
the perfect food.
You have said that so many times.
It is the perfect
It's
food.
amazing. I can't wait till we're 10 years, 20 years into this bastard.
Yeah, I want to hear the
And
same
like-
yards over and over again.
Absolutely. In
Totally.
15 years, we're still going to be saying that.
Most
I'll be
healthy
saying the
meal you
same
can
old
have is a
shit as
Greek
well.
salad.
We're going
Chase-
to have no more experiences.
Yeah.
It's just everything that we've already done. That's what this show's going to be based
Hey,
on.
but we'll be built like brick shit
Do you
houses.
know that I won the Best Actor Award in 2019?
Jason.
That's going to be good chat in 2040.
Chase, can you tell the story about you accidentally walking into the wrong house and getting stoned with all the mongrel mob members or whatever they were?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't accident. I went to the right house.
That's right. It was just in another room.
It was just in another room.
That's
yeah.
right. And you
That's
freaked
where
out in the
Jason
toilet.
and I first made love.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a new part of that story.
That is
true
the,
story,
The
that
first time we heard that story, Jason and I were on air.
Worst panic attack I've ever had
Yeah.
when I was stoned. It was a shocker.
Really? Oh. And you're in the bathroom, eh?
I wouldn't have smoked all of that, bro. I'll never
I wouldn't
forget
have
that.
smoked
mate.
all of that. Cause hey, all goods.
And it was a
Using
massive,
all your strength to pull yourself out
massive
of the depths of
industrial
the couch.
pipe bong with a butty, sticky brown
Purple
butt in
it was.
It was black, actually. It was black.
Oh, was it black?
It was dark brown black.
Right.
And I remember looking at it and going, oh, I shouldn't fucking smoke that. And then,
Neck mama.
oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
And then the proverbial shit hit the fan, man. It was like, whoa, too much, dude.
When you're looking at yourself in the mirror in the bathroom going, and everything was spinning and stuff, and you were like, oh my God.
I was splashing my face with
Splashing
cold
your
water.
face, that's right.
Telling
yeah.
yourself to pull it.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy. The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Oh, I had an experience the other night. No, because
Pulling it.
Yeah, pulling it. Because I've been sleeping well, so I got off the cannabis oil. I stopped taking it, the prescribed cannabis oil.
Yes.
And then I thought, actually, I'm just going to have some because I'm back to not sleeping as well. But I couldn't remember what the
dosage was.
Yeah. And so I had a syringe there because you extract it with a syringe without
Yes.
a needle on it. And I was like, ooh, I feel like it was, because it was only bugger all, you know?
Yeah.
It was such a
You
small
like
amount.
3 or 4 drops or something?
I was like, is it 3 mils? Or maybe it was 2. I was like, yeah, no, because I started with 1 mil.
Yeah.
And then I worked my way up and I got to 3 mils.
Right.
So I did that, blasted into my mouth, and I was immediately like, that is
Way too much.
so much.
Was it?
That is so much. So I was like, well, maybe it's half of that. So I sort of spat out like maybe what was about half. And then you got to leave it in your mouth and let it sort of go under your tongue.
Yeah.
And then I went and jumped into bed and I was like, geez, I think I had too much there. I was, sort of said what I just said there to Zah. And she was like, no, it was 0.1 of a mil. So I'd had 30 times the recommended dose. And I spat it out. I woke up in the middle of the night so fucking stoned. I was off I was so out of it, it woke me up.
yeah.
And my head was just all over the show, man. I was giving myself a pep talk, just going,
Having a word with
just
yourself.
going, dude, you got to get back to sleep quick, man. Oh,
Yeah.
my thoughts were just full on. I was like, no, this isn't.
This is not
This is
normal
not
thinking.
reality. This is
Yeah.
real stoned thinking.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's real similar to the guy. You probably heard about the guy that discovered LSD, that psilocybin from the mushrooms. And he extracted it, got some on his fingers or something, and then was biking home and started seeing shapes and stuff. So what the hell? And so he decided to have more of it, but actually take it. And he took a tiny amount. But the amount that he took equaled 600 times a regular dose that someone would take now of
In a
LSD.
tab. Yeah.
And he tried it, and it was a tiny amount. And apparently it was like 48 hours of like seeing the devil and just the most horrific stuff.
yeah, not good.
I saw myself as Satan when I was tripping.
Really?
Totally, I did.
On mushies?
No,
What?
aforementioned.
LSD.
And we were having a great,
Satan with a massive beaker.
we were having a great old time, right? And
$20
and it was my friend's bedroom. It was in our flat, but I was in my mate's bedroom, and he had one of those full length mirrors.
Oh, God.
And we were having a great time watching cartoons and looking at clouds and shit. And then anyway, I ended up staring at myself in this full-length mirror.
Terrible idea.
And I
Terrible.
swear to God, like my face just cracked apart and just spread into this massive head with talons that went up to the ceiling. And she was downhill from there. that was. I remember telling you. I think I might have told you that's when I went up to old Johnny. And I was like, Johnny,
This is great.
we need to chat, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, because I was.
So he goes up to a
freaking-
mate and goes, hey, man, I'm fucking freaking out here.
Right.
And Johnny goes, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I can't help you. I don't want you to bring me down. And just that was it.
You're on your own,
But you
brother.
you can talk a mate down off that.
Yeah.
You know, that is a really poor effort from Johnny.
Why am I not
And that's-
surprised?
That's so.
And that was
fucking
exactly
bad.
because we were in the kitchen. I remember it so well, and he was just like, oh. It was like a Family Guy episode. And it was like, oh man, nah, sorry man, I can't help you, man. I don't. Oh, and I was just like, and then he went back into the lounge and was watching cartoons.
See you, mate.
How long were you in that
Can we
state
get?
for?
Can we get in legal trouble for this?
For having no.
Oh.
No.
It's funny,
It used to
actually,
be my favourite drug.
I was talking to my wife last night because we were watching this documentary on DB Doogie or something like that. Anyway, and this guy was talking.
DB Doogie.
No, I'll get the
Doogie
proper name
Howser?
for what's on the TV with Mike Minogue. But
It's not DB Cooper.
That's the bastard.
Yeah. The airplane guy.
DB Cooper, and there was a guy on it, and he was saying, you know, I'll tell you how I know him because he was my coke dealer. He used to deal my coke for me. And then I was sort of just thinking to myself, what's the story there? I mean, if law enforcement is watching that, can they go back retrospectively and go, you admitted to the fact that, you dealt in coke?
No.
No.
They can't do anything.
Okay.
But also, this was
'Cause
like how long ago?
there are no drugs. What drugs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all gone. But how long were you?
They've all gone up my massive snot.
Nos, yeah.
How long were you having such a bad trip for? Does that last for?
On that particular occasion, about 4 or 5 hours.
But the thing about it is,
Far
but
out.
it's impossible to say because it could also be 5 minutes. Because the
Yes.
problem with LSD is time becomes less of a thing.
Right.
Like everything takes forever.
Right. Okay.
So I remember being on it. We were over in Sydney, and we were trying to get something else, but we ended up with this stuff that was incredibly powerful. LSD. Sort of at the after party, we're back at a mate's place,
Yeah.
and thought we'd go downstairs to the pool at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're walking down the stairs 2 stories up, and it felt like it took 7 hours. You just go, and then you're like, holy fucking shit, how long have we been going down these stairs? Everyone's like, I know. Everything is like the Lord of the Rings. It's that big of a mission. And so it just becomes hysterical. You're like, there's no way there's this many stairs, man.
I have just remembered for the first time in forever how I got out of that one.
Right.
And it was my mate Mike. At the back of our flat, there was this big open paddock, which is now actually Dilworth Junior School. But at the time, it was just this massive paddock. And Mike said to me, oh, fuck, how funny that I just suddenly remember this. He said, Jace, right, this is what we're going to do, mate. We're going to walk to the middle of that paddock, and by the time we come back, you're going to be okay.
Right.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's exactly what happened.
Oh,
Did
how
Johnny
good.
go
So
with you?
it's no. he was still watching cartoons, and so we did, man. We walked to the middle of this paddock, do, walk back, do, and I was okay.
Sweet.
It
Oh,
was
that's
okay.
nice. That's
Yeah,
nice.
Good
so
to
that
have a
was
plan.
good.
That's
Yeah.
almost like hypnotic. The way
Well, it was.
when you hypnotize someone, you
Yes.
say you will do this thing, and then when something happens, you will be cured or whatever. That's
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And we also had another great mate, and I've told you about him too. I won't say his name, but it didn't matter what drug he took. It didn't matter how out of it we all were. He was always super cool.
Right.
Never flustered. Chill. I mean, he might have been freaking out in his head, but never would you see even the slightest doubt or flicker in his mind. He was just
Cool
the
guy.
cruisy.
It's like the Keezy of the group.
Jesus.
Your Horaki Big Show Keezy word of the day is
Acid.
Yeah. You right, Pugs?
Acid.
Hey, don't forget, send all the Keezy words into the Hodaki Big Show on Instagram. Direct message us and your cell phone number as well. We could call you Monday with a prize pack. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Mr. Mike Minogue, Hoity J, Chris Key, and Z, and of course, call me Pugs, man. You've got to give him a follow.
Call
so
me
good.
Pugs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good. Thanks,
Thanks, mate.
mate.